Previously on Let's Play Steins Gate Zero.
Maho and Dr. Leskinen, try some too. Thanks. It's good. This is really good. Glad you think so, Doctor. I hid drugs in them. No one knows.
And now, back to everyone being sad.
Hello everybody, Pokey here, with another episode of Steins Gate Zero. And I begin every recording session of Steins Gate Zero by saying how long it's been since the last recording session. Let's get right back into this. It's the new chapter, I think, called Pandora's Box that just started. And last time, everything was going well until it wasn't. Alright. For the first time in almost 4 months, I felt like the whole world was twisting. Who was it? Who had changed the world line? I didn't do anything. I hadn't interfered with the world. So why was the world doing this to me? What the... this doesn't look good. I opened my eyes. Like rain. Things had already taken on different colors. The world kept wavering until once again it became fixed to a single point in time. I wasn't looking at a warm, cheerful party in the lab anymore. I was outside. It was raining. The rain was falling on my face and dropped so large that it hurt. It was a midwinter rain. It was freezing cold, and I could feel it sapping the strength from my body. My view stopped twisting. I was staring at the broad back of a man I didn't know. I could hear the sound of many boots stamping through the mud, mingling with falling rain. The stench was terrible. The smell of sewage was so strong it hurt to breathe, and it was mixed with the awful smell of burning rubber and plastic. Where was I? What was I doing right now? Things around me had changed so much. I tried to understand the situation I was in, but my brain was having an awful time keeping up. Sounds like me. We're almost there. Hang in there. When I stopped, a rough hand patted me on the shoulder encouragingly. I looked around to see a man my age with a strong, powerful face. It was a face I'd never seen. I didn't know him, probably. The man was wearing the camo outfit and equipment I'd often seen the self-defense force wear on the news. He was carrying an assault rifle on his shoulder. There were 7 or 8 people around me, all dressed the same. They surrounded me in a circular formation and walked forward silently as they kept a careful eye on the area around them. Were these people the self-defense force? And then I realized, I was wearing the same camo uniform they were. I'm in the SDF too? I touched my bicep to check. There was no muscle. It was flabby and weak. Unlike the others, I wasn't carrying any weapons. Then what was going on here? I felt like these 7 or 8 tough-looking SDF guys were all guarding me. Since when was I that important? Still confused, I dragged myself onwards. Where was I anyway? It was a long path filled with dark brown mud. The walls formed a tall silhouette to the left and right. The path was filled with garbage and concrete rubble, and sometimes we had to force our way past it. I looked up past the high walls. Despite the rain, the moon in the night sky was strangely red and a little too bright. It was thanks to the moon that we were able to walk down a path like this without flashlights. Huh? Sound. I heard a sound. It was the sound of water. I looked over and saw a hole opened in one of the walls. Filthy water was pouring out. The water formed dozens of little rivers that blocked our path. So that was it. This was the bottom of a river that had dried up. What looked like high walls were the river dikes. That's actually pretty clever of you. I had no idea what was going on. Where are we? I turned towards the man who had spoken to me a bit ago, yelled so that my voice could be heard over the rain. Shh! Don't make any loud noises! Oh, sorry. We're almost to the city center. If we can make it to Narima Garrison, there will be a car waiting for you, so just keep walking. But his words cut off there. Everyone seemed more tense than ever. One of them grabbed me and pushed me towards the side of the riverbed. Everyone put their backs against the walls and held their breath. I could hear the sound of a helicopter's rotors in the distance. No, more than just one. They were getting closer. I had no idea what was going on, but I could feel my heart beat. My heart start to beat faster. Get in the shadow of that car. Past several meters of rubble lay an overturned car. It must have fallen into the riverbed after the water had disappeared. The entire body was bent inward and the roof was completely crushed. By the way, I'm sick, so that's why my voice sounds especially weird right now. It's terrible. I lay down in the stinking mud and slid into the shadow of the overturned car. At the same time, the SDF soldiers were issuing each other orders, as if this was something they'd planned for already. Two of them stayed by my side, and everyone else ran back the way that we'd come. They all climbed up crevices and outcroppings on the wall, then disappeared over the edge of the dike and out of my view. Shortly after, those were gunshots. And now just a single shot from a handgun, or anything like that. This was the sound of war. I could hear the helicopters get further away, drawn by the gunfire. Oh no. In this world line, was Japan at war? The Third World War. I remember Suzuka's words. It came early, I guess. I happened to look inside the crushed car. Oh boy. I could see the corpses of a man, a woman, and a small child hanging upside down, still attached to their seatbelts. Hey, seatbelt, so you can be safe. They were all covered in dried black blood. They looked like mannequins at a bad haunted house. And then I realized I'd been so focused on moving forward that I hadn't noticed what they were, but I'd seen similar mannequins sunk into the mud. I could see their arms, bones, and the ragged muscle exposed to the air, reaching up to the sky as if seeking salvation. Ugh. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle a scream. Those weren't mannequins. Now, get along the side of the wall and move. Huh? We're changing the route. Come on, stand up. He pulled me up. My knees were shaking from shock and exhaustion. The others are drawing away the Soviet helicopters, but that won't last long. Hurry. The Soviet Union? My mind was dulled from the terror, but it seemed like there was something off about what he just said. Get a hold of yourself. Do you know how many people have died to protect you? Protect me? Why? We haven't been told why, but we were told to lay down our lives for you if we had to, and that you could change this country's future. Oh. A helicopter passed over the riverbed. The bright searchlight passed by for a moment, but thankfully the shadow of the dike hit us. This way. The young SDF soldier, whose name I didn't even know, pulled me inside one of the holes in the concrete. When I looked closely, I could see that it was the entrance to a sewer. It was just big enough for a single person to pass through. Struggling against the flow of water that came up to my knees, I pressed on through the darkness. My sense of smell had already gone numb, so I didn't have to worry about the stench of the sewage. Once inside, we came to several branching paths. The SDF soldiers seemed to know which one would lead where, and they marched on without hesitation. And then we came out of the sewer and back into a riverbed. It was dried up, just like the one we'd just been through. I didn't know if it was the same river or another one, and the two soldiers didn't tell me. Either way, I was glad to be finally out of this foul-smelling darkness, and I tried to take a deep breath and fill my lungs with fresh air. But, halfway through I realized that the riverbed smelled even worse than the sewer. I took an involuntary step back, and then another. The sight in front of me was just that terrible. What was once a riverbed was now filled with bodies. Ugh. Some of them had been burnt totally black, so it was impossible to tell how much death lay before me. And in the distance, I could see what looked like bonfires. They were burning despite the rain. Fires were consuming the mountains of flesh that once were human bodies. Yeah, we're almost there. I know it's rough, but can you run? Huh? Yeah. The SDF soldier spoke to me, and then I came back to my senses. If it weren't for these two, I wouldn't have been able to stay sane. We ran through the riverbed, one of them in front of me, the other behind. I could hear the constant drone of the helicopters above me. Sometimes the searchlights got very close. Each time they did, I hid in the piles of bodies until they passed. I had seen this many times before as I wandered through the world lines. Ugh. I'd seen death. I'd seen the moments when people had died. But at the same time, I never experienced what happens to a dead person after they were left out for a long time. More than fear, more than sorrow, the thing that hit me first was the smell of death. The rotting stench ate away at my body, not my soul. My whole body was rejecting it. It made me feel sick. Thinking that way meant trampling on the dignity of the dead, but I couldn't help it. The Valley of Hinnom. I remembered that phrase. It was what that strange attacker had said that night when they came after Dr. Luskin and Maho and me. I remember that. I mean, I don't know why I sounded so proud to say that, but it is better for you to enter life with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into the Valley of Hinnom. Yeah. That valley was the origin of the word Gehenna, meaning hell. It was said that flames burned there every night, scorching the heavens themselves. Those who died merciless deaths with anger or misery in their hearts were flung into the flames, their souls becoming black smoke that rained hatred down on the land. What I stared at now was Gehenna. Two soldiers led me to a half-collapsed subway tunnel. The lights were all off because there was no electricity, but there were 3 armored cars in camo colors with their headlights on to illuminate the way. They were 4-wheel drive, off-road vehicles covered in thick chunks of armor, but I didn't see any real weapons. You can take the subway route to escape Saitama. I hear it's still safe at Iruma Base. If you can get that far, you should be able to escape Kanto. Escape Kanto? Ask them about it. For now, just hurry. There were a lot of things I wanted to ask, but even as we spoke, I heard what sounded like gunshots outside the tunnel. The men forced me into the back seat of one of the cars. Goodbye. I'll be praying for your safety. What? What about you guys? We have another mission to carry out. Farewell. The 2 soldiers who had brought me here saluted, then turned around and left the station. I felt like I was never going to see them again. The door of the armored car slammed shut with a heavy thud. The car's crew were SDF soldiers, just a little older than me. The diesel engine kicked to life, and the car raced down a tunnel that had originally been designed for trains. Of course, it wasn't a pleasant ride at all, but I didn't have any choice. There was no way I could tell them I wanted to go to Akihabara. I had no way to alter the world line. I had to survive in this hellish world. And to survive, I needed to do what they say. My wants didn't matter at all. I wasn't even allowed to express them. I just did as they told me and ran. It was all I could do. I had no idea that it would take an entire month. What? Wait. What's going on? Anonymous at Security Council. The story so far. The USSR starts experimenting with a time machine and America goes apeshit. Give me that time machine. USSR, but I refuse. Eastern powers and Soviets get cocky. How does it feel to be... How does it feel to you be right now, huh? How does it feel? This brings us to the end of your regularly scheduled Cold War. US, I'ma bomb you from Japan, WWWW, USSR, then we'll invade Japan. US, oh shit, right now. Anonymous at Security Council. USSR is kicking ass. Hokkaido and any Japan are screwed. Are they coming for Central Japan now? People of Nagoya. GTFO! Captain Vagina. Amateurs who know nothing about strategy need to SDF you. The SDF may look like they're retreating, but they've actually got a defense line at Mount Fuji. They're about to counterattack. Anonymous at Security Council. The Mount Fuji line, WWW, I'm not sure what that means. Who the hell is dumb enough to believe Japanese Imperial High Command, WWWW? NSCJ, we better not start hearing calls for kamikaze pilots soon. Captain Machine, shut up, noob. Idiots like you are the real threats to Japan. Anonymous at Security Council. Wait, what the hell happened to the collective right of self-defense? America's only interested in protecting Okinawa, so what the hell is the SDF doing getting sent off to Siberia? How are they supposed to protect the country? Anonymous at Security Council, you protect it, chicken hawk. You wanna fight, go volunteer. They say they aren't getting enough recruits. Anonymous at Security Council, are they going to start conscription soon, do you think? Captain Magina, what's the point of conscripting a bunch of fat otaku? It's an army of otaku. They just get in the way. War these days require professional soldiers. Anonymous at Security Council, says the fat otaku who doesn't want to go to war. Anonymous at Security Council, there are barely any professional soldiers left in Japan. Our masters in America sent them all around the globe and then stuck them there. You guys will probably be getting your conscription notices soon. Good luck, I'm a chick, so I don't care. Anonymous at Security Council, in other words, if we get a sex change, we don't have to go, right? Captain Magina, the real enemies of Japan are its own citizens, asshole. Anonymous at Security Council. So seriously, are we going to be split up like Germany? NSCJ, it's likely. They say there's a provisional government forming in Okinawa. They're all set to abandon East Japan and just have America protect the West. Those incompetents in the government might honestly do it. Captain Magina, is this really the time to bash politician? Traitor shill. Anonymous at Security Council. Traitor, WWW, shill, WWWW. Captain Magina, strategically, America can't let go of Okinawa. How long is the... Oh, I've reached in. America can't let go of Okinawa, and Japan wants to keep some kind of government. That means that making a provisional government in Okinawa is the best option. NSCJ, you bashed the hell of Okinawa up until now, and now you're telling me this? Captain Magina, shut up, traitor. NSCJ. So if I'm a traitor, what are you? If you're posting on Atchan right now, that means you either fled the country or ran to Okinawa. Anonymous at Security Council. Is this today's you don't get to talk thread? New chips added. Okay, W. I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you for watching. I've been Poe. This has been Steins Gate 0. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.